fellow beaters, it's JP and I've got a new bracelet for you. Here is my bracelet for this week. You're only going to need 3 bead types to make this. Super duos, 4mm fire polish, and 11/0 seed beads. Okay, so let's go over the colors. You are going to need 56 of these, and the color I am using is from Aura Crystals, and it is called Jet Black. Right there, Aura Crystals. My next 11/0, these are my Yuki seed beads from Aura Crystals, and these are Duracoat Galvanized Dusty Orchid is the name of the color. And then for the 4mm fire polish, you'll need 43 of these. This is a 6-inch bracelet, so excuse me. So just to give you an idea, 56, 43. And this color is also called Jet. These are from Potomac Beads, and there they are, 4mm. My check faceted rounds, aka fire polish. You'll need a couple of jump rings and a clasp of your choice, and I started with 6 pound of fire line, and of course a beading needle. This is a quick bracelet, should make up very, very quickly, and I think it'll make a pretty gift too. So there it is. Let me go ahead and put the clasp on. I like the way it looks. I like the pop of color. You know, it'd be kind of fun to do this with different color seed beads, like almost like a rainbow as well. Oh, there we go. If I can just grab it. You'd think towel clasp would be a little bit easier, but there it is. Isn't that fun? Very pretty. I think you'll like it. And let's get started. Okay, so to start, what you're gonna do is on your thread, you want a fire polish, a super duo, fire polish, super duo, and that's the order you're gonna do it until you have 4 of each. So I've got here 4 of my fire polish and 4 of my super duo, and of course I'm gonna go ahead and tie just a basic knot here. And I don't want to make sure that doesn't get caught anywhere. And there we are. So you've got yourself a little wonky ring like that. Then you should be next to a fire polish like I am here. So what I am going to do is going to just go through that fire polish and then go through all of the beads to reinforce. Okay, not adding anything, just reinforcing. So, and now I have gone all the way around. You can see where the tail thread is exiting. That means we are back where we started. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue into that fire polish where we started and then into the super duo. Then switch into the other hole of the super duo. And then we're gonna pick up one of our 11s here. Pick up 111 and go into the next super duo. So I'm coming out of this one, so I'm just gonna go over and go into my next one. And I'm gonna move and try to push my super duos into the center. And so this will be a little bit of a challenge, but once they're there, should be okay. So there's 2. Now I'm going to continue. I'm going to pick up another 11 and go into the next one. You'll be adding a total of 4 11s as you connect all 4 of the super duos together. And again, 111 and into the super duo here. And 1 more to connect them all to make a little inner ring. Okay, and let's tighten everything up. So I'm going to move my hand out of the way here. So, and there you go. That is it. Just tighten it up, and then you want to reinforce. So go ahead and go through all the beads again. And so there, I'm going through the 11 and the super duo. And then again, another 11 and super duo. And so this is my $11 and super duo there. And last one here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and trim that tail thread and get that out of the way. All right, that is done. And okay, now that I've gone all the way and reinforced, got rid of my tail thread, I'm exiting out of a super duo. If you are not, then go ahead and just go to the closest super duo and go into the second hole of that super duo. And you just want to come out of the super duo. And what you're going to get, what you're going to do next is pick up 7 of the 11 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you're just going to go around to the other super duo on this side. So we're going to skip over the fire polish and just go into the super duo. And if the needle happens to go into the fire polish, that's okay, because we are going to go all the way around. But this is going to be tricky because of the angles. So my needle, the tip of my needle is bumping up against the fire polish. And so let's just, there we go. And you'll get a little loop that is going around, over the fire polish. And then what you're just gonna do is, again, we're gonna come back around to the other side of the loop. In this case, you have to kind of go through each of the super duos and fire polish till you get to the other side. And the challenge here, as you can see that I'm having trouble, and you may have some trouble, is getting the needle to go through the super duo and around. And my needle is getting a good old workout here because it's bent. So the reason I do this when I film is to kind of give you an idea of some issues you may have and want to point them out. Also, I think I have some lotion. I put some lotion on my hands because they're dry in this winter weather, and I think it's making them slippery. And so the needle is slipping, and I don't have as tight a grip as I would like. There we go. And now, see, the fire polish are nice and easy to get through. It's just this, it's my super duos are giving me trouble. Okay, we are almost back to the beginning. And now you want to come up, so I made it out of this super dough here. You want to come up into the fourth 11, which is basically the one in the middle of this group of 7. And I'm going to make my little diamond for my jump rings so I can add the clasp. So to do this, you need 4 11s, and you are going to go back around just that 11 in the center. Oh, I'm having all sorts of trouble today. So this one isn't going down. See, it doesn't want to move. Okay. So let's get rid of that one and pick up another set of 4. And let's attempt this again. So here we go. I'm going to go around that center. And so there's that group of 4 right there. Now what we're going to do is go through that first 11 in that group of 4. Now pick up an 11 and go into the next 11. Pick up an 11, go into the next 11. Last time, pick up an 11 and go into this next 11. There's the diamond. You want to go through the center 11 there. And then reinforce. So go back around all of the beads. So the best way to do this is to do it 2 at a time. So you're basically getting each little corner. And then, so my next 2 right there. And my next 2. And now another set of 2 if I can. If you can't, that's okay. You can go through 1 in this case because we are back down. Okay, there we go. I did get through the 2. Let's see if I can fix the focus. That's better. And then down these guys here on the side. Now into the super duo, and again, we want to make our way across to the fire polish on the other side to continue building the bracelet. Okay, and there we go. Wow, I feel so clumsy sometimes. Okay, so thread is here. I want to make sure it's not wrapped around anything. And now into the fire polish. And everything's been tightened. And now into the super duo. Again, another challenge to getting through. Okay, note to self, do not put on lotion before I film. Okay, you can see the tip of the needle. It's Okay. I don't think you will have as many problems as I'm having right now, mostly because, like I said, my fingers are slipping off the needle as I'm trying to push it. And now we are in position. Woohoo, we did it. That's the first unit. And now we gotta make a next words. Okay, let's try. I can't speak. I apologize. Okay, now you're gonna pick up a Super Duo, Fire Polish, Super Duo, Fire Polish, Super Duo, one more Fire Polish. So that makes it 3 and 3, and then one more Super Duo. So that should be 3 Fire Polish and 4 Super Duos. And our 4th Fire Polish is here. That is part of this unit. So we're just going to go back around that. And all the units are going to be sharing the Fire Polish. And that is what you should have. So now go forward into the Super Duo. And make sure that you keep everything nice and tight. It's going to want to get loose. You don't want that just yet. Or you don't want that at all, actually. I shouldn't say just yet. Switch to the other hole of the Super Duo. And now we'll go over here to the 11s, grab an 11, and go into this next Super Duo over here and push it towards the center. And repeat, pick another 11 and go into the Super Duo. And again, push them towards the center. Once again, an 11 and into that Super Duo there. And I just got to add my last 11 to connect all of the Super Duos in the center. So back to that first Super Duo where we started. And that's our second unit. See how quick that was? And now all you got to do is reinforce. Like so. So I'm coming out of that Super Duo, so I'm going to keep going 2 at a time. Again, 11 and the Super Duo. And 11 and the Super Duo. So here's where we started. So we're back to that beginning point. Now what I'm actually going to do is go around one more time, but not all the way around. I want to get to this Super Duo over here, so then I can switch to the bottom hole and make our way to this Fire Polish. And here we are. Now switch into this other hole of this Super Duo and into your Fire Polish. Okay, there's our first 2 units done, and now it's about repeating the steps over and over again. And what I'm just going to do here is bring up a few more of my 11s. Okay, so what you're going to need to pick up again, I'm going to repeat this for you and then let you continue on your own, is remember we start with the Super Duo, then a Fire Polish, Super Duo fire polish. Oop, that's also a fire polish. And Super Duo, so that's 3, and this is 3, 3 and 3. And now we just need our 4th Super Duo to complete our unit. And so I'm coming out of the fire polish. I'm just going to go down. And then go into the Super Duo next. But make sure you don't switch to you don't switch holes. You want to stay in the same hole. And now you're going to switch holes. All right, and make sure there's no slack. In the thread. So, and if you do see slack, then just tighten up, easy enough to do. Okay, now again, you're gonna add the 11. So I'm gonna pick up my 11 and go into the Super Duo that is over here. And of course, I wanna go towards the center. So nudge them over to the center. And again, pick up another 11 and go into the next Super Duo. And nudge that towards the center. And repeat one more time again here. Pick up the 11, go into the Super Duo. And add in our last one, connect all the Super Duos to it. There we go. And there we are. Doesn't that make up easily? Very cute. Now continue into the Super Duo and just go ahead and reinforce all of the beads here. And okay, so we started here at this Super Duo here. That was our first one that we worked with. So actually, let's see, I would want to come out of this Super Duo and then I can turn to the bottom hole and come out of the fire polish. So I am just going to keep going until I get to that Super Duo. And then turn. And there you have it. That is unit number 3 done. And now all you have to do is you just keep building and keep going until you get to the length that you need. And I will see you once you get to your desired length. I'll show you how to make the other clasp loop. Okay, as you can see, I have completed the bracelet, or I've made all my units that I need. And now for this next step, you want to make sure you're coming out of a Super Duo. It doesn't matter which one, so it could be this one or that one. It really doesn't matter, but we have to make the other loop. And so what you're going to do next is pick up 7 of these Super Duos, which I have here on my thread. I've got 7. And I am going to go into the Super Duo that is on the opposite side. Just like that. And there's my loop going all the way around. The fire polish there, or sitting over the fire polish, however you say it. And now I'm going to make my way back to the Super Duo and make my diamond loop. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this Super Duo, and I guess I'm not going through the fire polish just yet. Now the fire polish there. And the Super Duo here. Fire polish. And of course, Super Duo. Okay, now come up the 4 seed beads, so that way we're in the middle. And then all you're gonna do is pick up another set of 4 11s and go around just the middle 11 there. Go through the first 11. And now pick up an 11. Oop, that one is clogged. Pick up an 11, go into the next 11. And we're going to do this again. Pick up the 11, go into this next one. And one more time, we're going to pick up an 11, go into the next 11. And then continue into the 11 that is there in the center. And now time to reinforce. And as usual, I just do this generally 2 beads at a time. And okay, now I gotta get through the last 2. And then just go down the side over here to these 3. Okay, now continue into the Super Duo and we will make the 1/2 inch knot between the Super Duo and the fire polish. And as you can see, oh, there we go. I thought for a second there I was going to have trouble getting in to that fire polish, or into the Super Duo and not the fire polish. Okay, so there's my first 1/2 inch knot. And then go through the fire polish. And next the Super Duo. And again, I am going to make one more knot here, or at least my second knot. I think I might do 3 between this next set of fire polish and Super Duos. And then into the fire polish again. Oop, got my thread caught as usual. Oh, I don't even know how that happens. This thing is sitting off to one side. Anyway, okay. One more Super Duo and one more fire polish. There's the Super Duo. And now I'm going to make that knot between, again, the Super Duo and the fire polish. Go through the fire polish and okay. I'm going to go ahead and trim my threads and add my jump rings. or my clasp, I should say. Oh, here we go. There is the bracelet. So I'll be back in a second with the clasp. Okay, here we go. Here is the finished bracelet. I've got my little toggle clasp. I almost wish my toggle, the toggles came in the same color as my seed beads, but oh well, this will work. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.